Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mack? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a Galu. The hardest part on my tongue, thinking is a warm blue. I'm a throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use a Decepticon. Straight rappers to the streets like Cobra. 80s they before they like. Up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, then I'm cheeky. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle clans, get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Knight Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like Maracas, my whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mack coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mack Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast right now, go ahead and get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And we are going to go over this video from Aaron DeBucks. Shout out to J. Carter, who's been like, I'm gonna get one of these you go do a reaction to, and I ain't gonna stop until I get it. And this is the said video that we're gonna go over today. So I kept telling y'all that Eric G. Li's a hustler. I know a hustler when I see one, and that's the guy. You know what I mean? So we are going to go over this, Eric. The name of this actual video is Eric July wants your money but hates you. Now, I told you it's a hustle. It's always a hustle. And anytime I see somebody grift, I know good and well it's a hustle. So this is going to be a little it's going to be a long stream because this is about 30 minutes. So we're going to get into that today, but hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gans React channel. But y'all already know how I do. The real question is,
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. Let me shout out my magnificent crew or the people that's in the house right now. Of course, we're going to shout out the crew members and all of that. But let's see who's all in the house right now. Krisha Key, good morning. I'm getting my hair braided. If y'all can see, I'm getting ready after I get off the stream to go get my hair braided. Somebody said that I need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because my forehead big. I can't help that. My forehead been big for a long time. For a very long time, but I'm about to get this luxurious hair braided. You know what I'm saying? Of course, let me show y'all. Look at just all forehead. See, because I'm real with mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm really real. You know what I'm saying? Got, cut myself up. You know what I mean? Forehead just on shine. I can't help it. I've been having a big forehead for a long time. But I wanted to let y'all because I'm real with it. And don't be talking about how my hat. That's how I like my hat. I like my hat low, Kung Lao style. You know what I'm saying? If Kung Lao can't get no heat, I shouldn't get it either. And plus, you already know what I'm repping right here. Anyway, I ain't wear this hat in a minute. Anyway, Krisha Key, good morning. Q was not a robot. What's up? Good morning. She, good morning. X-Men Xavier Phoenix, good morning. Miss Roberta, the church auntie, good morning. And it better not be no cussing up in here. I don't know what this. I haven't seen this video. Of course, like a lot of the videos that I show, but 99% of the videos that I show up here, I have not seen. You know what I'm saying? If I see it, I'll let y'all know. I already seen it, but I haven't seen this one, so I don't know what's gonna go on. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. But I already knew that this was a hustle. All Eric July is doing is hustling, folks. And I know a hustle, man. Miss Sharita is in the house. What's up? And Miss Sharita, according to her Instagram post, just celebrated her birthday. So happy birthday to you, Miss Sharita. Of course, do not eat the biscuit without putting any butter or honey sauce, or just both. Just put both of them on there. Duran, good morning. Persetta, good morning. Marley Mar, good morning. Michael Johnson, good morning. So is your face. Anyway, you know what I mean? I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Let me see. Whoever made that comment on the they always go into the mobile version in troll. So now I'm thinking, is it bots or is just people ain't got nothing to do early in the morning? Let me see. Q, what's up? Good morning, admin Q. What's up? Let me see. Tina, aka Minty Gasm. Good morning. Country Shape Media. What's up? Never heard of this fella? This Eric July fella? Let me see. Yeah, the floor. Hey, look, gotta let my soul glow. Gotta let it shine through. You know what I mean? Let me see. And it is Friday. I ain't gonna let nothing hold me down. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back or hold me down. You know what I mean? I'm good. Not Evil James Harden. You gotta cuss once. That's not what Miss Roberta said. What's up? I am Waffles. Good morning. See, I'm gonna let you guys see. Torian Rain Reloaded. What's good? I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, that the people who promote me is the people who support me. I don't need nobody I don't need no clout from nobody. This is a reaction channel. Anybody I do a reaction to, I ain't looking for their clout. I ain't looking for none of that. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You know what I mean? Because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a part of the community, so I'm not a pro now. You know who it is when it shot it out. You know who it is when it comes to recast T'Challa, and the folks that you know that's that I want to Destiny's Child to say my name. You know what I mean? They probably won't. I don't care. You ain't gotta say my name. But don't come over here with that foolishness. I know that. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead. Let's do our thing with this. Let's shout out for one the crew members, the ones that hold it down, the ones that actually promote me, the ones that go to my video, hit that hype button. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, shout out to all the crew members that just support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, if you got a membership, you're just supporting me, and I appreciate it because I literally do a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Just not going to bed when as soon as I get home after an 11-hour shift, I get up here, I do this show because I care and I love y'all. I want to entertain y'all. I want to give y'all everything that you're paying for, and everything that you're paying for keeps me going every time that I try to get on here. Even when I oversleep, I feel bad or whatever because I'm like, man, I didn't give them a show when they deserve a show. You know what I mean? So shout out to all of y'all, man. I love y'all to death. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all, man. Let's freaking go. Let me see. Jada Informant, what's good? Chaz Flicks, what's up? D Stizzle, the other admin up in here. What's up? Good morning. We're growing. Like literally. Yeah. Reaction to Rob and Ernie. We're growing. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I've really literally been like, okay, after the stream, let me at least get a short out. Let me at least do that. You know what I'm saying? Getting the shorts out and stuff like that, we're growing, man. So I appreciate it. My man Blue is up here. What up, Blue? You know what I'm saying? We've literally, and I honestly, it's not from the videos reacted to them. It's the shorts. You know what I'm saying? The shorts has been gaining a lot of traction. The Eldest Hodge video got like over 10,000, almost 11,000 views on it on shorts in the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, or what's the one black dude was like? If a white girl run up on me, I'm just saying. But she was like, I need help, and I was like, and she ran in my arms. What am I supposed to do? Nah, RB what's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just gotta go get it braided. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go get it, go look good. That's it. Just gonna go look good. You know what I mean? But you know, it's Casey all day. You know what I mean? But this is a 30-minute video, and I'm going to the Cleveland kidnapping case. And the white woman ran into my arms. I was like, if a white woman runs to your arms, what you gonna do? That's still one of the funniest videos I ever saw. I'm glad for that brother because that brother really made an impact saving them women's lives, though. Even though it's funny at the time, man, he's really a hero. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't have a Captain Do-Rag on. I know you got the do-rag on. I ain't got the cap to do-rag. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you see the people that's in here right now, that's who promotes me. Everybody that's in this chat, it ain't got to be a lot of people. I ain't got to have 100, 200, 1,000 people in my chat. The people who've been supporting me when it was only a couple people and I was doing this in the morning, and even people was like, I don't know if you should do that early in the morning. And I was like, I'm going to do it early in the morning. You know what I mean? Staying consistent, doing it Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? That's who the people who promote me. I don't need another YouTuber to say my name. Don't say my name, homie. You know what I'm saying? Say my name in the wrong light, I'm gonna turn it to the boogeyman on you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be on you like white on rice. You know what I mean? That's to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not the people not the person you thought, but that's anybody. You know what I mean? So, hey, let's go ahead. Let's get this thing started because you already know we got biscuits to buy. You know what I'm saying? And biscuits to bake. So you already know what I'm gonna do, man. Let's transition over. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
We'll be right back. It's just your mama's raisin butter biscuits. That's all it is.
Not my mama biscuits.
Whoop they do.
Take a love to a biscuit, man.
Whoop they do.
Okay, so what happened is one time Randy Beeman went on a trip with his dad and they picked up a lady who wanted to ride home, and this was in Kansas. And she sat in the back seat, and when they got where she wanted to go, they turned around and she was gone. And Randy Beeman's dad talked to the man who lived there and told him what the lady looked like. And the man said, "Oh, that's my wife, but she died 4 years ago." Spooky, huh? Okay, bye.
Whoop they do.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Whoop they do.
Good idea. Visiting the circus. Bad idea. Having the circus visit you.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right, just got to show y'all real quick what it is. Get them dips in. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther. Recast T'Challa. All right, let's transition over. I'm being petty now. Let's transition over. And let's get into this video. This is Eric Debunks. And again, shout out to J. Carter, who's normally in the chat right now. Now, where J. at? J. get your behind up in here. We're doing the video. Don't come late. All right, let's get to this video, man. Let's go. This is Eric Debunks. And let's see if he came to the same conclusion that I came to, that Eric July's a hustler, baller. You know what I'm saying? And this is all this whole Rippaverse is a hustle. Let's see.
I'm bored. Let's check in on Eric July. We haven't watched his content in a while, and I'm curious to what's going on with him and his business. I'm seeing a lot of stuff happening, so I'm not totally sure. The title of this video is from Katie Did Clips. Shout out to Katie Did. If you want to see more clips like this, head over to her channel. It is Eric July calls out YouTube commentators for not supporting indies. That's the name of the video. And I am curious what he's saying here, because I watched the first minute of it and I'm like, this might be something worth listening to. So grab yourself some treats. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Should have got my
I don't agree with it, but I'm just telling you, like, I understand. I've seen this play out the way. How many folks that have been supportive of me and secrecy that exists in these industries is a trip. It always been a trip. I remember this, when we go on tour with my band, we go, hey, man, we love what y'all be talking about. We never say it. Of course you never say it, because people jump on your back and you're not ready for that. Me, I don't give a fuck about it. I already know you don't.
Oh, Mr. Birdie, he said dirty word.
Like kiss ass. I'm not going to try to.
Oh, he said it again. Mr. Roberta, get the oil out. He's over here saying dirty words. Get him. We gonna start rebuking folks.
get you to like me. Like, no, I'm still going to produce the content that I'm producing. In that case, it was music and comic books. That's what I'm producing. And I'm just going to do that. If you come around to it, great. We'll accept you as customers and we would appreciate your dollar. But I'm not going to like bend over backwards to get leftists to like me, because that, in order to get that,
no, you'll bend over backwards to get rightists to like you, conservative, alt-right, white nationalists, bigots to like you. You'll do that. You'll bend over and get it raw dog for those guys.
Whoa, Paul.
At all costs.
They slow it down, buddy. No, I'm just joking. This is jokes, but pause. But let's just piggyback off of that. We did the video. Shout out to Torian. That what was he doing? He was placating to his fan base, and then saying at the same time, "I got an alternative." You're not just placating to the right when you say, "I have an alternative if you don't like this." You're trying to get all people to go buy your comic. All of them. Yeah, you're going to go over to the right and say their talking points and down black people and down the comic industry, down black, the black characters in comics and whatever, and call people Peter Darker and all of that, and say all your stuff you don't. But say, "Here, look at my alternative. Come buy my comic." You're not going to turn down a buck whether it's left or right. Stop it. Stop it. This is just like when Michael Jordan said when he didn't want to get into the political atmosphere or support somebody, to all Republicans, Republicans wear Jordan too. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the same thing. You're just trying to get somebody to buy your product no matter where they come from. Gay, straight, black, white, right, left, it don't matter. It's funny how only in America we to be divided by the silliest and most excruciating things that wasn't created by by my people. I know that.
But you will not for even 1 second consider doing that for the left. And that's your prerogative. It's fine. But I mean, you're just admitting here that you're bending over for one group and you're not bending over for the other. Because what I would say is I'm not bending over backwards for any group. For any group, for any side, is what I would say. I wouldn't pick.
I ain't bending over backwards for no. Yes, I'm still gonna ride with black folks though. I'm sorry. I just say that. You know what I'm saying? I'll call you out, but I'll bend over backwards to defend my brothers and sisters. Though that's the only group I'm bending over backwards for, and that's on everything I love. It's on my kids. That's on everything. It's on my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call you out on your hypocrisy. I'm going to call you out on your bull job. But I will bend over backwards to make sure that I will burn this whole thing down to defend my people. Now, I'm not joking. So, I get what he's saying, but I got to put that out there.
Pick one, I would say, for any group. But he specifically here says leftists. So, let's continue.
If you come around to it, great. We'll accept you as customers and we appreciate your dollar. But I'm not going to like bend over backwards to get leftists to like me, because that, in order to get that, you'd have to adopt their positions. That's what.
So you'd have to adopt the positions of leftists to get them to come to your side. No, I don't think so. As someone who is on the left, I'm not a leftist, but these guys, anybody left of center is leftist to them. I've seen it time and time again. I'm not a leftist. You don't have to adopt my position, but you cannot be someone who infringes on groups.
What's up,
for example, brother? If you want to make a comic book and your comic book doesn't have a gay person in it, I'm not going to be like, well, you have to have a gay person in it, or you have to have a trans person in it, you have to have a woman in it. I don't care. If you want to make those kinds of comics, you can. I'm good with that. My issue would be if you make those comic books and then in that comic you push propaganda that makes gay people look bad, or you push propaganda that makes trans people look bad, or women look bad, or people of color looking bad. If you do that, then I would have an issue with that. And these guys would go, well, propaganda means anytime you speak. No, propaganda is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
If you have a comic book and the villain happens to be a gay guy and he's just a gay guy that's a villain, that's not anti-gay propaganda.
Exactly.
But if you have a gay guy in your comic book where being gay makes him the villain, or that's what makes him villainous, then that would be pushing anti-gay propaganda.
I 1000% agree with him, and that's the problem that I had with the video yesterday about Black Baxter Stockman. You know what I'm saying? He's just a guy. You know what I'm saying? And technically, you strip away from the comic. If you didn't know he was black and he was he's just a character, this so happened to be black, and that's how Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman made him. It wasn't like he was black, so now we got to insert jive talking. Yeah, suckers, we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And stereotypes and propaganda that will push him to know, oh, he's black, but he's soul brother black. No, he's just a black man. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened to be intelligent and a supervillain. But they never wrote him to be a caricature, you know what I'm saying, of black people. That was the thing that the young lady yesterday, that's why I said this is all in love. This is a critique. This is all in love, because I know she probably don't know better, but at the same time, you don't have to speak for us, because if you read the comics, he's not a caricature of black people, or that's why there's not a problem with his black representation. You know what I mean? So let's keep going. Let's keep going on this.
It's that kind of nuance that makes the difference. But it's much easier for these guys to just pretend in their little safe spaces, to pretend that not adopting the position. What's up?
Jedi Carter
or liberals or
come on down.
That somehow we would reject that media, and we wouldn't. There's a lot of media that I've watched that doesn't reflect me over the years. Keep in mind, I'm a 50-year-old gay man. I grew up watching media that didn't reflect me. I grew up watching media that actually stereotyped me sometimes, depending on what it was I was looking at. I've grown up with that. I know what it looks like. I know what it is. I've seen it. That doesn't mean that I won't watch it or won't support it, because it doesn't have the same values that I have. This is a straw man argument. This isn't real. This is him creating some sort of narrative, some sort of standard and position that people on the left do not hold.
And let's just put this out there. When Eric July said he was dropping Isom, right? The buzz going hard on these fools. Facts. Especially this one that's on screen now. The fusion dance with Bill Cosby from Let's Do It Again and James Harden. Let me just say this. When he dropped Isom, he said that this is the non-woke comic, that their position, them being black or whatever, them being black, them being gay, whatever, has no effect on the story. This is just good storytelling. So why are you bringing up the left when you're talking about people buying your comic? Now, I've already said this. I vote independent. I've been an independent for the last, 10 years. I vote independently. You know what I'm saying? I have conservative values. I have liberal values. But I also vote independent. You know what I mean? But I'm all for bipartisan. You know what I'm saying? Also, I know a lot of people don't like that word, but the only way that we can be able to get together is we come to a common understanding that helps the people. You know what I'm saying? So bipartisanism, I'm all for that. At the same time, I'm not going to stand for foolishness on either side, left or right. It's just what it is. You got to call a duck, no matter what side it's on. And I know some people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So when Eric is talking about his comic, he was saying this is the quote-unquote woke comic that the characters, you know, sexuality is not brought up, or his ethnicity. Again, why are you talking about all this other mess? You know what I'm saying? And again, Eric is right. He's creating trauma in his head like he's Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I took that personally. No, you didn't. You're making up stuff.
He thinks they do because he hangs around with a bunch of people that tell him that. And because he's so caught up in his own bubble, he's not reaching outside of that bubble to hear what people are saying. Matter of fact, he has people working for him that are more liberal and more progressive. He has people working in the Rippaverse that are like that.
What they want. This is why I said if you could imagine all the opportunities that would open up for the Rippaverse, if I just had the exact opposite political positions that I had the same amount of success, same exact amount of success, nothing changed. Nothing changed. Just the fact that we were doing what we were doing, but I switched my politics, everybody be following over themselves.
No, they wouldn't. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. I need to break up the video. Hold on, y'all. Because I can see what I'm saying. This is what I said. He's an ultimate hustler. Because y'all know I try to bring in receipts. I didn't even know this was gonna come up, but y'all know I'm about to go into the vault. I gotta go into the vault because this is the reason why I don't like Eric July to this day. And I know that this is all a hustle. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who buys his comic. But remember the Black Sands comic where Eric July hold on. Hold on. Because I gotta this dude is in don't mind me. This is weird. Dre Mac. They cut his beard. You know what I'm saying? They turned around and grew it back just to cut it again. Let's play this.
To Black Sands.
And this is before I knew anything about Eric July. Never heard of Eric July before I made this video. And I've always given people grace because if I don't know you, I'm not gonna talk about you. I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't know your politics. I don't know anything. So trust me, him and Black Sands, I was just totally trying to be neutral on that. You know what I mean? But let's go. Remember, let's go to what and mind you, this was 2023. This is beginning of 2023. When a brother was just a ripo. I ain't gonna tell y'all my age. Y'all probably know by now. Anyway.
I'm gonna play that video right now.
Word. I just put something out that got people interested, and yeah, they paid for the product. That's all that it did. I didn't have to go to an investor. In fact, that was one of the talking points on one of the trailers that I talked about, and that there's no external investors here. So the person that's bankrolling this company that you're griping about because Fox News of all people said something positive about it is owned by a black man who is also married to a black woman. And you have an issue with that, and you're making an enemy out of that, which is goofy. Like they're
now, mind you, Black Sands he's a far leftist too. Like he's very far left, right? And you have Eric very far right. But listen to what he's saying. That he made an enemy out of somebody when they're both on the opposing sides. But listen to this now. And then now you're hearing what he's saying about, oh, if I would have just made it off the far left, it'd be totally different. If you don't make a good comic, you don't make a good comic no matter what side you're on.
Could have been an opportunity for maybe even a collaboration effort, because again, I'm not knocking anybody in this space. And I believe that folks that just want to make good content detached from maybe what the mainstream guys want to. The old saying is, the soda rides and tide lifts all boats. There could have been something that you could have got from that, but instead you are knocking another black man, by the way, and because you called me a Sambo, which let me get this out the way. You a sucker for exactly that. In an event that you would like to reach out to me directly and actually have a conversation about that, because you're trying to make a claim that's a negative connotation based upon my race. So what we have,
doesn't it sound familiar, y'all? Doesn't it sound real familiar? Where you got two comic book writers you know what I'm saying, going head to head, or comic people in this blur space going head to head, and one guy says another guy about his race and what he called him 3 years ago. 3 years ago. This ain't I want to tell people, this ain't nothing new. People beef all the time. I want to tell you that now. People beef all the time. There's nothing wrong with having Discord, having issues or anything like that. But literally, this was 3 years ago. I don't know the date. No, I do know the date. This was July 18th, 2022. But people beef all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you listen to him. He was like, we could have collabed. But you made a conversation based on my race because you called him a Sambo. You a sucker. You a sucker for calling me a Sambo. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you cannot make this stuff up. But people need to remember what they've said in the past. They need to you got to stop smoking and drinking. Got to stop, because, man, the past returns. I knew we'll find something special. Shout out to Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Anyway, let's keep going.
have here is a black man disparaging another black man based upon his race, right? Not because he's just it's saying that, well, we disagree and therefore he's disagreeing because he's black. No, we saw the receipts of this person actually referring to me to a derogatory term that is playing on the race. Okay, so black.
Do you hear the cry he's doing in this video? You know what I'm saying? But again, he was saying there was an opportunity for a collab. You didn't want to collab. Now, if he makes a comic, now we all know Black Sans is far left. He's, pro-black, all of this black, white, but you know what I'm saying? All of that. Which there's nothing wrong with that. But he has very, very extreme. I had to stop following dude because dude just has some just extreme takes. And he takes the extreme, instead of promoting your book, promoting what you got going on, you want to just go after people all day. I don't want to read that. You know what I'm saying? What about Black Sans? What are you doing to build more characters and to expand on the world that you created? I bought the book. So it's not like I'm saying this and did not pay for the merchandise. I'm saying this as a customer. Why aren't you doing more? Instead of going on social media and snapping on people every day, what is you doing with your book? But again, you hear Eric, he plays about my race. Even Rob didn't do that. Even Rob didn't do that. But listen to Eric just, please look at him. I'm a victim. He said something about my race.
Black man disparaging another black man because he's black and doing something, and maybe because, I don't know, you got some like crown that you think you have because you're the #1 black publisher, and maybe overnight that kind of changed.
Okay. I'm just saying you cannot make this stuff up. You can, every time Eric opens his mouth, there's somebody there to debunk it. Pause, because that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right. But you know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Not get woke, go broke.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me shout out the village. Hold on, wait a minute. Because my man, the village brother, my man just became a member. Shout out to the village brother becoming a member of the crew. Let's freaking go, man. Let's freaking go. Hold up. What I want to, you know what? Because all last week I was out here.
Gang bang. Gang bang. You are truly amazing. Gang Thank you for your super chat. Gang bang. Gang bang.
Shout out to the village brother, man, for being a part of the crew. Let's go. It's one of the Peter Darker's one of the wildest statements ever. And then when Black Sans called you a Sambo, now you dispersion a black man about the race, about my race. You have a black man dispersion another black man, but you over here talking about a comic book character, calling him, whatever, based upon his race, just to promote your book. Come on, bruh. We all know the hustle, baby.
Let's get woke, go broke. Am I confused, fam?
Yep.
I assumed that all these years being a leftist or a liberal or a progressive, making media, it was get woke, go broke.
Yep.
But now you're saying it is beneficial to being someone on the left.
Mm-hmm.
That there will be opportunities to put out media and make things on the left, and that your content would not be any different.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things to unpack here. Number one, get woke, go broke must not be a real thing in Eric's world, because why would he even say this?
Country Shade Media.
Why would he even say it? Secondly, he's saying that if his media weren't different, and he just came over and started promoting his content to people on the left, that would be fine. Mm-hmm. You just said a second ago that you'd have to adopt the values of leftists. But here you're saying you wouldn't have to change your media at all. So you're admitting that your media is a centrist media. It's not right or left.
Thank you. Because in the interview that he had, he was like, in anytime you look up Eric July stuff, matter of fact, do I have that in that clip? I don't know if I have that in that clip. I don't have that in that clip. But in one of the clips that I had, he was legitimately talking about, how his content, is different from the guys in the big two, you know, that is all about the story. It's all about the story. If it's all about the story, why are you worried about the left or the right? If you just, again, I'm having to reiterate that, because if you're telling a good story, you're not worried about any side, because you got a good story and it supersedes left or right agendas.
So you could market your comic books to anybody that wants it. But instead, you want to play the culture war shit. You want to jump on one side, and you want to go after one side. So what you want is you want your cake and you want to eat it too. You essentially say, I want to be able to talk shit about gay people and trans people and women, but I also want their money.
Yeah, that's the hustle.
I also want their money, and I want their money while not doing anything to make them feel like they're welcome in this space.
Thank you.
All this negative stuff, calling gay and trans people groomers, calling them weirdos, insinuating there's something wrong with gay and trans people. You want the freedom of speech to do that, but then you also want people in my community to overlook calling us that, predators and groomers and shit like that, and buy your comic books.
Same thing with black folks. Somebody asked me, well, if you're so mad about if you're mad that Rob doesn't cover black comics, why are you covering Isom? And somebody else, he said, Eric would never, ever, and the Rock means ever get $1 out of me. Never. You're not gonna sit up here and talk crazy about black people, black characters, all of that, and then go ask for my money. So I feel, Eric, if I was part of the LGBT Q plus community, you're not gonna talk crazy on the community and then be like, buy my comic, buy my product. What? We're gonna be throwing up the 2-finger salute like Stone Cold, baby. What are you talking about? No, not buy your comic. Soon as he said Peter Darker and all this, you know, shoe booty and stuff that you do for your fan base, now let them buy your comic and see how well that goes.
Are you kidding me? Is this for real? Like, if you were somebody who just had a non-position at all, you didn't work for the Blaze, you weren't buddied up with alt-right white nationalist platforms. If you weren't doing that, and you were just making comics, and you were talking about politics from your point of view without any of that Blaze shit being attached to it, or any of this white nationalist shit being attached to it, if you were able to do that, then maybe some people on my side would be willing to go, hey, I'm going to check these comic books out. Maybe. I mean, your comic books aren't that good anyway, to be fair.
He said your comic books ain't that good anyway, Playboy. I mean,
to be honest, but you want our money while also talking about us in a negative way. That just doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
And you as an adult man,
none, Erica D.
The fact that you're saying this is so baffling to me.
Because just so you know, Eric, it's just you and Drinker who push alternatives in this corner of the internet. Everyone else is playing their Game of Thrones shows don't suck. They're essentially sack riding, big streaming services.
So this is him thinking about how he's going to answer this, because he partners up with people like Heel versus Babyface, Nerdrotic, all these other guys.
Mayor McNugget, the critical drunker, you know what I'm saying? Nerdstotic. I don't even know if that's a word. I just made that up. That it didn't land. But you hang with people that you're the black friend. See, that video that I did where it showed where Hills versus Babyface and Neurotic, they were getting all they pot shots in about black people, about Riri Williams. And then they bring you on the show and you agree with their sentiment because you're the black friend. And again, I don't care who Rob follows, because I'm not going. I'm saying this for a reason. I'm not going to Rob's channel or Rob's Twitter and be like, I wonder who he's following today, because it's not that serious to me. But when you do and you say, well, I want to hear the talking points from these guys, and they're sitting up here crapping on black people, and then they bring Eric July up to prop him up to say, well, I got a black friend. What is more to talk about? What is more to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, again, when Eric came out, it was like, April O'Neil was not black. This is with the original creator, and it didn't go to Kevin Eastman, went straight to Peter Laird and gave one piece of information. I already knew what this dude is. I was like, and I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it. I can't say that word because YouTube would get me. But you know, it starts with Rocket, and I am not talking about Rocket Financial. You know what I mean? So that already told me. First of all, you're not gonna do your due diligence. You know what I mean? There's a whole Turtle Power video where Kevin Eastman says, "Yeah, I drew April O'Neil after my wife, who is mixed, but she identifies herself as a black woman." And then they come out with a literal toy in April's Blackity Black. But yet this fool was pushing a whole agenda until he started getting backlash. Like, Isheed, I don't want to be the token black friend for nobody. I don't want to be the token black friend to not even my own people. This is my butt. I don't want to be the token nerd guy. I don't want to be the token nothing. Hey, you with me or you not? You my friend or you not? You my associate or you not? You my pal, compadre, or whatever people are calling each other nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be nobody's token nothing. But no, people don't have a problem just trying to fit in the spaces because they don't know how to be able to live within themselves. Because he got to get up in the morning and brush that nappy beard. And when he gets up in the morning, he got to live with himself. I don't. His wife got to live with him. I don't. His family has to live with him. But he has to look every day in the mirror and look at that face and get ready to put on his red nose, his big red shoes, and all of that to go tap dance for more money. This is a hustle. This is straight a hustle. And he knows it's a hustle. Why you think I showed him, oh man, we could have collabed. Now all of a sudden you're saying, well, you know, if I was doing this on the left and now you're the left, dog, it's all a hustle. And now the grifted doesn't work like it used to be. It doesn't work like it should. Now what? I mean, he ain't got a beard like mine, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though I grew it back, you know what I'm saying? He ain't fresh like me. Nah, I just play. No, I'm not.
That aren't actively trying to make media. Now, Heel versus Babyface did write a story for him. One story.
Yeah, he got.
And Neurotic has a book that was probably written by ChatGPT. But other than that, most of the people in this space don't actually create anything. The Epic Verse has been floating around for ages. Nothing's been done with that. Is it still going to happen? I don't know. Most of the other people out here aren't doing anything to push back against this culture war that they've been talking about for years. So the person that said this is being honest. Eric July is actively trying to make something. Drinker's movie is dog shit. His books aren't good either. But he's still participating somewhat in trying to create media, I guess. But Eric's got to be very careful here because he partners up with these people and these people help him make money. So this is him swiveling and swerving, trying to figure out how to answer this question without alienating a bunch of his friends.
I mean, look.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
Yeah, you got to think
about it. Come on, what do you got, Eric?
Because remember, he was fast on the draw with everything else. But now look at him. Look at the face. I'm going to just pause it right here because I got to take a quick commercial break. I ain't going to lie. I got to get something to drink for this because this is about to be fun. Look at the face he's making. Oh, hey, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more. Oh, boy, of the Dre Mack Show. Don't go nowhere.
Knight Rider will return after these messages and station identification.
He's Shetman, not just no Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay. No way, sister.
Who's that man? He's Shetman. Knight Rider.
Knight Rider Power Cycle with Kit on the pretend instrument panel.
Here he comes. There's something special happening at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fresh buttermilk biscuits made from scratch. Our chicken and biscuits a perfect match.
Warm, taste so good, make you want to slap your mama for real. Man, I slap your grandma, I slap your auntie.
Good idea. Playing horsey with your little sister. Bad idea. Playing horsey with your Aunt Bertha.
Let's see who's bad, man. Come on, let's go. Let's show you who's bad. Come on.
You wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken boo.
Now the conclusion of
I hate how they talk about you. Everybody thinks you're just a freeloader. They don't know about...
They can't know. They can't ever know. If my cover's blown, we're both dead.
Do you like the car? It's for you.
What's the occasion?
I can't believe you forgot again. It's our anniversary. We've been engaged for 15 years.
You know, I'd marry you tomorrow, baby. But it wouldn't be fair. Not to you or to the free world. Well, look at you.
This is it. I can't believe it. After 15 years, we're finally going to consummate our love.
Damn. This is Stedman. It's the commissioner.
Ugh.
What? Professor Haight? He's escaped? Damn. What? The French Riviera? Now? Yes, sir. I'm on my way. Damn him! Damn that Professor Haight!
He's escaped? Again? Can't they build a prison strong enough to hold him for at least one night?
He's diabolical! I must go.
Can it wait just 1 hour? I want it so bad. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Believe me, when we finally make love, I'm gonna take my time. It's gonna take all night long. But right now, I'm gonna need some money.
How much?
Let's see. French Riviera. We're in the house. Wardrobe. Disguises, special weapons, laser glasses, speedboat, armored helicopter.
All I have on me is 1.3 million.
That'll have to do.
Oh, darling, what kind of life is this?
Oprah, darling, you have to be strong. There's more at stake than just you and me.
Here's something to read on the plane.
Thank you, darling.
How about a kiss?
Of course. Close your eyes.
Oh, Stedman.
Manute, you hella out of pocket for that. Hella, I'm over here eating my Chips Ahoy with my drink, my Snapple, and watching y'all go in the comment section about my bladder. I ain't got to use the bathroom, for one. For two, I was hungry, and I got to stay up. Well, we got more biscuits. I mean, technically, if we were in Great Britain, this is called, cookies are called biscuits. And they're gluten-free. And they're absolutely delicious. Can't wait to get some more. All right, let's keep going on this face Eric July is making because he's thinking of something just so he doesn't have to lie. Let's go.
I'll say this much.
Here we go.
The people that have the creative bones.
I know you did.
I think it's far more conducive to a better world if they are placing their attention on creating the alternative.
Okay.
What is the
so
alternative?
You're an activist and you support activism. That's interesting. Creating a better world while trying to create an alternative is a form of activism through art.
Yes.
Welcome to the club, Eric. Welcome to the activist club. Welcome to supporting activism. Now, if you ever watched any of Eric's videos, and there's plenty of them, you'll know that Eric July is not a fan of activism. And most of the people who are right of center, whether it's a libertarian or whatever they might call themselves, typically look down on activism because they see activism as a leftist ideology.
Isn't creating a comic book because you're mad at the big three is putting all these woke, this is so woke, so I'm making a non-woke. Ain't that a form of activism? Put it in the comment section if I'm tripping or not about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm 1,000% wrong. But if you're making something because you don't like what the other guys are doing, you're participating in activism. Activism. I thought that's what that meant, but am I tripping or am I losing it? Y'all put it in the comment section. Let me know.
So for them to actually want to be part of activism, saying it out loud is a pretty big deal. And when you say they want to make a better world, that in itself is a statement of activism. So Eric here has admitted that he's willing to participate and support activism if the ideology aligns with his beliefs.
Right.
Welcome to the club, Eric.
I also encourage people to be mindful of the fact that not everybody is creative.
What?
So if you have those aspirations, go for it. There's a lot of talent I've met in our little corner of the internet. You know, talk about Drinker. I've had the blessing of being able to collaborate with Drinker on a book that you can get via Riververse Digital called Saints and Sinners.
Ain't nobody want that.
So he's also doing.
Ain't nobody trying to get that book. Man, stop it.
Is
You're not going to shout out any of the other people in your space that
Fabio, what's up?
That book is just nothing but a collection of chuds.
Hey, Fabio, that was the ultimate hustle. This is why this is a grift. Because when your band's not hitting the way it should, when you your music careers is not where it's supposed to be or you think it's supposed to be, what do? That you're so used to being an independent entrepreneur, you find ways to make money. Hell, Master B went from writing records to filming movies to getting cereal, making snack chips. There's always a hustle. Eric July is no different than any other hustler out here on the streets. His hustle was right-wing conservatives, you know what I'm saying? And let me jump on that bandwagon to take their money. I said this on my last stream about this dude. This is not. If I find a video where he's talking crazy on white folks, I'm gonna crack. I would take everything I ever said about Eric July back. If he's calling these right wingers all kinds of names that I can't say because of YouTube, I will die laughing, make a video about it, and take back everything I said about Eric July because I knew it was a hustle then.
You're not going to shout out any of those other people? You're not going to shout out Yellow Flash? Didn't he put out a book on Ripperson? No shout out for him?
I agree with that, Rav. Just don't do it without downing us.
Doing live
or anybody else.
And I think that's important for the creative people to create. There's nothing, I think that the commentators serve a purpose.
Okay. By the way, you are a commentator. It's not something that you're not only a commentator, but it is something that you are. It is part of if you were creating a resume, commentary would be on your resume. So it's really interesting that you're sort of separating yourself from that when in fact you are. Like, I'm a DJ for a living. I make music. I'm a producer. I also have an Etsy store. We also bake here. We make cakes. We do all kinds of stuff. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a lot of different hats that I wear, but I'm also a commentator. This is commentary. Right. That's what we do. So to sort of look at that as sort of
everything.
Those guys aren't talented, but they serve a purpose. Is so dismissive, and anybody in your circle that hears you say it like this is going to feel a certain kind of way about it. I don't know if they'll tell you, but they're definitely going to feel a certain kind of way about it.
Definitely for being a voice for the voiceless. But I do think that the creative
people out here being silent?
To make that decision.
Hold on, wait a minute. The voice of the voiceless. Who is voiceless when all you hear is these whiny crybabies get on here and talk about, oh, they're taking over. We're being replaced. How are you being replaced? You're 50% of the damn population. Black people are 13%. Like, what are you talking about? Whose voice is being silent on that side? We just telling people to just stop being racist. What's up, Rashad? Like, what are you talking about? The voice of the voices. What? You ain't CM Punk. Stop it.
I actually want to help bring forth.
Hold on for a second. Did I hear that right?
Oh, being a voice for the. I think that's important for the create.
Being a voice for the voiceless. That's more activism talk.
People to
there
create.
You go.
There's nothing. I think that the commentators serve a purpose. Definitely for being a voice for the voiceless.
Activism.
But I do think that the creative people have to make that decision to, if they actually want to help bring forth a a better world, they're going to have to place emphasis on creating. And that's not an easy thing to do. It wasn't an easy thing for me to do, right? Though I am doing some testing this month. I moved away from streaming every day. I used to stream every day. Y'all remember I used to stream literally every day. Sometimes
and you tried to bring that back, but then you found out that most people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So you stopped doing it. Just an observation.
Multiple times a day. Do a YouTube stream, do the show, then go stream on Twitch. That was my thing.
It's so hard. So hard to go stream on all these platforms. I got stuff to do. It's so hard. And me, I'm over here doing an 11-hour shift, getting dings and dents and pulling bolts out, and people got to drop the instrument panel because a bolt needed to be replaced. You got to drill that out, put that in, whatever. And he has to stream on Twitch. I sure would hate to be in his shoes. I know it hurts. I know it's terrible. And then you're trying to write a comic. Oh, it's got to be so hard.
And it was not easy to say, I'm going to put most of my creative
exactly Caliber
in the building.
Exactly. Dirty Joker, what's up?
Everybody, I'm aware.
Facts, Kendall.
But I do believe that if we are, this is just, I don't know what everybody's goal is. My goal is to bring about, and I'm only one individual. I'm not going to single-handedly do this, and I'm not under some moronic impression that I am.
Okay.
But my goal is to work towards a better sense of normalcy, bro, where it's not as hyper divisive. It's not as.
What is normalcy when you're creating division and you're hanging around people that create division? This is the difference between, I would say this. He is actively hanging with people, right? Actively hanging with people who causes division. Critical drinker, neurotic, heels versus babyface, wherever, or any other dorks that hangs within that circle, geeks and gamers, all of those dorks, they actively causes division. Actively. Birdman's pointed it out. Utterly Noah has pointed it out. High CHD has pointed it out. Eric Debunks is pointed it out. I pointed it out. Right? A lot of creators now are pointing it out. And then cry about, but there's no normalcy. What is normal to you? What is normal? That's the question.
Hyper political. It's not as just jacked up.
It's been, but you know what's crazy? Ever since I was, ever since I grew up in this world, everything has been political. Dude, I grew up in the 80s. My cousin is up in here. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the 80s, during the time of the US, when the USSR was still around. The Berlin Wall coming down, the LA riots, you know what I'm saying? Which was preceded by, before I was born, the Watch Riot. It's always been something political. It's been like that forever. Why is this all new to people? The only thing that makes it different now is that we didn't have access to be able to touch just anybody, around the world like that, as far as like social media and the way the Iran-Contra wars. I mean, hell, the Reagan administration was political within itself. You know what I mean? Nicaragua and them bringing in, you know what I'm saying, that booger sugar. You know what I'm saying? Into here, and they cook it up, that Piche, Piche Cologne. And then sold it to the black folks. You know what I'm saying? And then did a war on drugs on us. When you have a whole opioid epidemic, and be like, these people need to get help. No, they was like, for us, this is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. Dude, it's always been political. There's always been some type of thing going on. You know what I'm saying? The Reaganomics grew up in the. Again, one reason why I don't like Snowfall, it directly affected my life. Directly. I don't want to see a recreation of that on TV. I ain't mad at nobody who does. Maybe you didn't grow up in the area. Maybe that's something that you want to see. But I know what I went through, and that directly affected my family. So, no, I'm not interested. But let's not act like nothing was political beforehand. Let's not act like the world has not been political forever. Like, stop, dude. Stop it. This is just, again, somebody's put word salad. This is all this is. Just like, we need some normalcy around here. Hey, this ain't the 1960s. And in the 1970s, white folks are getting beat up for calling black folks the N-word and whatever. And it ain't stopped since. So
you started this video by saying you weren't going to bend over backwards.
No, I did not say that drug culture perpetuated. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because I grew up in that, and I grew up and it was messed up. It was messed up from, you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't want to rewatch that. That is trauma for me. You know what I'm saying? That is very traumatic for me. So I don't want to see that. And I don't diss nobody. I don't go on my social media feed down to people who watch any of this stuff. Snowfall or BMI or whatever, or BME or whatever. I don't trip because that's what you decide to do. I know what I'm not doing, but I'm not actively going out and telling people what the hell they need to do in the name of my own ideology and what I feel. And a lot of what these guys do, they go on their platforms and push ideology on what they feel, not truth. It's their truth. That doesn't mean it's rooted in truth. Facts, data, statistics. It's not rooted in that. They're just saying something because that's how they feel. So that's why a lot of times I don't listen to this, because it's rooted in feelings. It's rooted in ideology. It's pushing an agenda. It's no different than what they said that was going on in Germany. But now we're doing it in this space. You see what I mean? So, anyway.
And then you made the accusation that if you were politically left of center, you would have bigger and better opportunities for your company, which is kind of shitting on your current supporters. To be like low key, you're shitting on conservative people that have supported you because you're saying that they're not doing enough and you could get more opportunity on the left. Low key, somewhat high key. But here you don't want to be politically divisive. If you don't want to be politically divisive, then stop making politically divisive content. Stop saying politically divisive things. It's really that simple. I don't believe in that. I made a short recently where I talked about this, where how celebrities are privileged and they don't have to be political if they don't want to, because it doesn't really matter to them. They make enough money, they have enough wealth that they don't have to be. And so it's easy for them to just shut up and not say anything. But I'm going to say this advice might sound weird because of my position on it, but I think it is an option. Obviously, everybody has the freedom of free speech and free expression.
Facts.
If you don't want to do it, you are legally in your right to not do it. So if a celebrity doesn't want to talk about politics, I might respect them a little bit less personally, but it's not something that they're legally obligated to do. So if Eric didn't want to be divisive and wanted to sell his comics to everybody, he could just not be divisive. It's really that simple. But he can't totally pull himself out of that conservative space because he still courts the anti-woke crowd. And he knows that. Even if he wants to say the Rippaverse isn't anti-woke, he knows that's the audience that he is playing towards.
Right, because nobody uses that language but that audience.
He understands that. He is afraid. This is fear. He is afraid of breaking away from that and trying to make or apolitical comic books or comic books with no social or cultural position. He's afraid to move away from that because he thinks he'll alienate the people that are paying for his shit now. The truth is, at a certain point, he's going to have to pivot. And I don't mean like going all in on supporting, gay people and trans people. So I don't think that's what I'm saying. But like he's going to have to firmly create a position that isn't so divisive or sell his company. That's it. Because I did some videos this week where we watched.
See, this is where, when people start talking about there's politics in comics, this is what I'm talking about. There's always been a political aspect in comics, whether you're on the right or left side. You read enough comics, let's be honest. If you read enough comics, especially a lot of the comics from the 70s, 80s, and even early 90s, you can see where the climate was at that time based on the writer and what he's sliding in. Pause. You can see it. You know, of course, it's going to be in a fantasy aspect, but you can really see it. And you can pinpoint the time frame that you're in. So to say you're not going to be political and it's going to be non-woke, it's ridiculous. Because you're going to be waking someone up regardless. Whether you're waking up somebody on the right or the left, you're going to be saying something. There's going to open up somebody's mind. Is what woke means. You're being dormant. You're just in the matrix, just moving all about or whatever. And this person is now being awakened to whatever you're selling them. It's oh my goodness. What's up, Aggressively Relaxing? Yep, you're absolutely right. What up, Rico? I got my cousin and my brother up here. What up?
Jeremy and
exactly
from Geeks and Gamers and Jeremy Quartering arguing about the culture war stuff. This culture war stuff ain't gonna work for you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I want? It's our we Lock Nation. There's been controversy no matter where you at, no matter what political lines you stand on. There's always going to be controversy. So what do you mean by so I want controversy? What do you mean by that? Or are you talking to me, or are you speaking on the video? I'm curious on what you're talking about.
Long term, it's just not, bro. You're gonna have to like move on to something else eventually.
That's my goal, and my contribution to that goal is building the Riververse, and that requires most of my time and effort and attention. On the other hand, yeah, you can only help say it calls if you want that by gravitating towards the alternatives. Sure. Does that mean that maybe initially, that you are, it's not part of the national conversation? Perhaps. But if people, my whole rule, just a little bit, let's a little over half. Say if it was 51%, give me 51. I'm just bare minimum of your disposable income, attention.
Oh, who does he sound like? Who does he sound like? If you give me 51% of your disposable, y'all know I always got a receipt. Y'all know I got a receipt to pull up. Oh man, is it part of my shorts? I think it is. I think it's going. It's all the way back. Does this sound real familiar? This sounds real familiar. Let me see. Let me see if I got this. If I got this in here. I always tell people, if you really want to know what I was doing before I switched over, it's like, you know what? I want to start getting into my my comic book sphere, because I knew that that's what I was doing kind of on the side. Go back and just watch my shorts. And you could tell when I, you know what I'm saying, when I finally was like, I had to pivot because I was not happy at or I was not satisfied because I love comic books and stuff like that. I'm like, why am I not doing that? Oh man, I don't have it. I thought I did. I made a video. Yeah, I did. I made a video. I think it's on my TikTok. Where what's his name? Dr. Umar. The Give Me Your Grits. The Give Me Your Grits conversation. And this is, yeah, I think it's on my TikTok. But like he was like, I don't want your Louis bag money. I don't want, give me your grits money. Like he was literally begging for people's grits. I just want to see the video. I don't want to log in. I want to see. I know the video is on here. But that video, I'm in there dying because who is begging for grits? Hold on, let me see if I got it in here. Or if anybody really wants to see what I was talking about, go to my TikTok. Like my TikTok was TikToking at one point. Trying to see if I do have that on here. But it's funny how people need your help. You know what I'm saying? When they want your money. No, that is not my first video. Come on. Yeah, I thought I had it. I don't. Yeah, I don't have it. I thought I did, but yeah, it's a funny video. I mean, my man is really like, give me your grits. You know, the begging people to give him money. Begging. Now, he's talking about if you just give me 50%, 51% of your support. If you're making good content, the money will come, right? If I'm not mistaken, if you're making good content, then you don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to ask for no money. You don't have to ask for nothing because the content, you know, is speaking for itself, right? The content is speaking for itself. So people are talking more about your content and what you have, and not necessarily talking about your political standpoints. And again, this is what I learned about Black Sands. You know what I mean? Because Black Sands was basically doing the same thing. You were talking more or less about your comic book and talking about your politics. You know where you stand as far as that. I get it, but man, can you tell us a little bit more about what you're working on? Get me excited about the next project. You know what I'm saying? Anything. No, they don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is what we want to do. So yeah, I thought I had that video. I don't have that video. It was the give me your grits. I don't have the grits. I thought I had the grits. It was funny. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's hear what more this has to say. Oh, Torian, thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. The grift may carry them there, but it would not keep them there. Absolutely. Because you just can't grift there and think it's all going to be all good. No, it's not going to be all good. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep that going. And when the money dry up, then what you going to do? You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, we all know what they do. They out here tasting that biscuit.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
All right. Thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. Torian, let's keep going.
Alternative versus a mainstream channel. That would single-handedly improve the current
he's finding out in the worst way possible.
I'm just
Does that mean that things aren't good? Is he signaling that things in the Rippaverse world aren't good right now? What is this? What is he lamenting about here? This is strange. Let's go.
Telling you, and I'm not saying this as a black pill, I'm just telling you this as a reality. As long as the majority of the attention from us that aren't deranged leftists is going into the properties
hey, I don't want to divide anybody politically. I want to sell my books to anybody that wants them. Really, the Rippaverse is for everybody. Anyway, those deranged leftists, like, bro, what? Unserious, like literally unserious.
Control, it will never change. Never. It will never change. It's just going to be the same old shit. And you're playing their game that they want you to play, because they look at it like, well, we have control of the attention. Like, that's what we control. We control the things that they feel like they must go through. We have complete and total control of it. And
by the way, our government right now, if you look at our government, the president is MAGA, Senate is MAGA controlled. The House is MAGA controlled.
So
every major department, including the Supreme Court, is primarily conservative. And these guys are still screaming about leftists controlling everything. We're about to lose Warner Brothers to Paramount, which is now controlled by MAGA. So I don't, like, this victim thing isn't working, which is why we're seeing, I hate to get political here, but I feel like it's important because that's what Eric is doing.
But you got to tell the truth.
We're seeing around the country that the culture war stuff isn't getting people elected into office anymore. Republicans are losing seat after seat after seat. They're losing runs for governors and mayors all over the place. We're seeing places like Florida where red has had a hold for years. And for the first time in 30 years, we're seeing some of their districts flip blue. We're seeing their cities flip blue. We're seeing it all over the place because people on the left now are running on issues that people actually care about, things that affect them day to day. Gas prices, grocery prices, healthcare, general, happiness with your life. Like, are you happy with the way you're living right now? These are things people care about. These guys spent so much time running on anti-diversity things. That's all their brains can process now. That's it. They're still stuck on it. The anti-trans, anti-gay shit was 3 and 4 years ago. It's just not working anymore. That's why channels like Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic, all these places, they're seeing diminishing returns on their media. They're seeing a drop and a decline
because nobody wants to hear that crap.
People don't really, like, real people, I'm not talking about chronically online people, real people, the people that were logging in and watching that stuff have stopped watching it. They've stopped giving a shit about it. The Rippaverse has to be more than an anti-woke comic book company.
Exactly.
It cannot exist as an anti-woke comic book company. And Eric has positioned it as an anti-woke comic book company. If you want to sell Rippaverse to everyone else, you have to stop blaming deranged leftists for everything. If that's how you want to grow your business. And this boogeyman about deranged leftists controlling everything doesn't hold up to scrutiny when you realize that the Epstein class are the ones controlling everything.
He's speaking the word.
People at the top, these remaining Epstein class MAGA people that work in our government are the ones that actually control everything. You're fighting the wrong person. And Eric knows this because he's made videos about the Epstein stuff before. You're fighting the wrong people. It is not the quote unquote deranged leftists that you should be.
We on Lock Nation. I can't speak to his book. If you enjoy his book, that's fine. The biggest conversation is you're not going to sit up here and try to clown me and then ask me to buy your stuff. You're not going to sit up here and talk ish on folks. And then we got to sit around and then you got your hand out. Buy my book. No, the people that you trying to holler at, let them go buy your book. And after you done ran out of funds, well, hey, that's what you wanted to do it at. That's just like me selling ice cream to one side of the street. No, I'm going to just do the left side of the street because I don't like the right. So everybody on the left side can get ice cream, but the ones over there on the right, nah, I'm straight. And then when I realized I'm only selling ice cream at $0.25 a piece, and I'm really supposed to be selling it at $1, but the people on the right, they want it for $1. But I'm just selling this over here for $0.25. Then now hey, y'all still want my book, but you already denied it. So no. Or you want my ice cream? Nope. You said we couldn't get none. So we straight. Now you basically, well, if I was doing this at the beginning, if you were making a good story that had nothing to do with your politics, your own individual politics, then nobody wouldn't care. And then absorbing those politics on every platform you could possibly get your face on. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad.
Be worrying about. They have actually brain rotted you guys into believing that people on the left are your enemies, and they've done a really good job of it. While they've sat at the top, amassing wealth, controlling the country, in some ways controlling the world, and going out and being predators towards children. And you're still blaming deranged leftists because you can't make the kind of comic books you want to make? Make it make sense.
They can't help themselves. And we have the power to try to crush and delegitimize every effort that is aside from us?
It's just wild. It's just wild. Now it's funny how this is a position that you pick. Now you look at like, man, it's only $3 million. It sounds $3.7 million for comic book sales sounds good until you got to start paying overhead. Erica D. People treat votes like Valentine's. We're not professing our love. We're hiring the best qualified, period. I agree. And thank you so very much for that $9.99 super chat. Let me go and get you this.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You wanna be my enemy.
All right, appreciate it. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep going. We still got about 6 more minutes of this.
It's their game. They made the rules, and unfortunately, instead of kicking the damn flipping the table, saying I don't want to play this shit, or at least saying, okay, you want to play by those rules, bet. We're gonna act accordingly. As long as we don't do that, then yeah, you're not gonna see any changes.
Your comic book company wouldn't exist if you weren't anti-left. That's the crazy thing about this, fam, is the Rippaverse would not exist as an idea, as a concept, if it wasn't built on the back of anti-left ideology. Can he not see this? Is it like...
Like there's got to be more Rippaverses. There's got to be Angel Studios. There's got to be like Total Twins. There's got to be...
It doesn't have to be. See, instead of doing apolitical or acultural things, what you're doing is you're leaning into that. The companies that you're aligning with are the right side of the spectrum. If you want something more center, you need to start acting like that. You need to start aligning yourself with people who are not so socially polarizing, who are not so politically polarized, who are not so...
Hey, he's not lying. He's Eric is doing Eric with an A is doing a great job of literally breaking down Eric with an E, for the simple fact is that you don't like this is the thing. When I first did my first video, which I'm probably going to, somebody put it in the chat, I should react to my original video for what I know now from 3 years ago. And I might do that because that was the first video I did when I was like, I'm changing over my, I stopped podcasting for a minute, and I was like, this is what I'm going to start doing from now on. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really, it was like Black empowerment videos or comic books. Maybe if I do both, but and I'm glad the direction I went. But anyway, if you're making a lot of times, if we didn't know somebody's politics, we don't know. Just write a good story. It sounds like the stories are not good. According to James, it's a struggle. It's rough. And he ain't a dog, but he said it's rough. Rough McGruff. So I thought it was about good storytelling. I heard you said the other companies that wasn't telling good stories. But you cannot tell a story without real life things that go along with it. And unfortunately, as detrimental as it is, race is a part of our real life. Being gay and straight and going through situations and stuff like is part of our real life. It's just part of it. You may not want to be in that bubble, but it's a part of real life. How can you tell that story and make the story compelling enough to bring a reader back? That's the question.
Culturally polarized. As long as you align yourself with that, it doesn't matter which side you're on, you're going to alienate a big portion of people that you could make money from. This is why you see a lot of companies out there, and you guys scream all day, every day, the company should not get involved in the culture war. You see all these companies out there that are making money by staying out of any of it, but yet you're digging your heels in here. This is you digging your heels into it.
Look, say what you will about what TPS USA was, even post Charlie, and what they were attempting to do. Like all that stuff is like it serves a purpose. I'm not telling people. I think people get this twisted. Like this means that you must go support a thing that you just don't like. No, I'm saying go find the thing you like. It probably exists, and it's probably an alternative. That's all I'm requesting. I'm not saying, oh well, you don't like some shit, and so you got to kind of hold your nose. No, just go at least 51%.
One of the greatest things that Eric ever did was stop watching stuff so he can just talk shit all day, every day.
Yup.
You know what I mean? Like if you're listening to him and you're just kind of like trying to take in what he's saying.
Exactly.
He's saying a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, he's not. It's just word. It's just talking. This is just word salad. He's not saying anything that's gripping or compelling and something that I'm sitting there like, this is where I can agree with the conversation where they're saying, Rob, if you listen to these guys, listen to what they're talking about. They're not talking about nothing. So why would you follow that? Like me doing his reaction videos, let me listen because I have to react to it, to listen to it. You know, again, this is what I did on TMZ. So when I'm listening to this stuff, I'm like, a lot of this is a bunch of nothing. You're not saying anything that's gripping or compelling or revolutionary. You're saying stuff to make to push an ideology to make people believe in what you're saying, but you're not saying nothing. You're not really saying nothing. So when Rob was talking about, yes, you follow Critical Drinker because, you know, you want to kind of see what the other side's talking about. Listen to what the other side's talking about. Makes my head hurt. And I know Rob did probably mean nothing by it. It wasn't, and he even said it himself. It ain't like I'm a Trump supporter or I support ICE or whatever. You know what I mean? But listening to these dudes for what I do on this content, dude, this is a lot of nothing. A lot of nothing. A lot of propaganda, ideology pushing. This is just like me just going into Germany in the 19 so-and-sos and just sit up there and listen to the guy with the mustache talk. It'd be like, is he saying something that will get me onto his side? People will look at me crazy if I said that. Well, I mean, I got to listen to what the other side is talking about. He might have a point. That's what people were talking about. I think it was just naive, naive for Rob. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he said, "Nah, I'm not doing that." I think he even unfollowed them on his live stream or whatever. What I heard, but this is what we're talking about. Don't listen to these dudes because they're not talking about nothing.
It's none of this means anything. And anybody out there that thinks Eric is speaking so deeply about stuff, he's really not.
He ain't talking about nothing.
All these deranged leftists, they control everything, and we need to be the alternative. He's been saying the same thing for years now.
Yep.
If I click on an Eric July live stream from 2 years ago, and I watch the whole thing, I will see some version of this being said in that video. If I click on an Eric July video from 3 years ago, at some point if it's a 2 or 3 hour live stream, he will be saying a version of this in that video. This is why his channel is losing subs. Yep. Every few months he loses like 1,000 subs. And the reason why is he's not saying anything new. The people that watch him have heard the same thing over and over and over again. It's like when you have a parent reading you the same bedtime story over and over again. It's just he just says a different version of the same thing over and over and over again.
Just some things that you are fond of that just aren't caught up in the mainstream channels. It would do so much to change kind of where we're at. I do not come in here and look for whatever political thing I could push because this is just what I feel. Not a complicated issue. I think that there can be. Yeah, he's losing steam. A lot of these grifters are losing steam. It's just going to require people acting accordingly. But yeah, it's just like I think the
act most accordingly. He says that over and over and over again.
People start to be like, you know what?
What does that mean?
I'm good. Though. I think that right there is the best case scenario, and it's just 51%. Not much. 51. Can we get 51% of?
Man, he's gonna start pushing out the collection plate.
Folks just saying, you know what? All right, I got you. I'm gonna go seek that alternative that I enjoy. And I'm gonna use my resources to do that, build or support that. Whatever that looks like for you, because not everybody's meant to create. I would say most of the people that are fans of the Riververse are not like comic creators, right? They're just fans. They got their own regular job, so it's fine.
All right, so let's unpack this. Eric July wants the money from everyone who's willing to buy his media. However, he despises people on the left, deranged leftists, gay people are groomers, trans people are predators, There's indoctrination, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They control everything. They control culture, blah, blah, blah. So he creates this villain on the left. But then he's like, but I need you guys to come over. Give me 51% and find something you love. And to me, it sounds like in this video, he's kind of begging people to buy the Rippaverse. Like, he's like, please, I need 51%. Can you give me 51% of your income? If you make $500, give me $251.
I told you he sounds like, man, where I wish I had this Give Me the Grits video. I wish I could find that. I wish I could find. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to find out why he's doing that. Hold on, y'all.
You know what I mean? Like, it's really pathetic. And I just want to reiterate, you can go on any Eric July live stream over the last 5 years, maybe even further back than that, and hear him saying like a version of this in a different way. But act accordingly and deranged leftists.
I still don't know what act
those words are
accordingly
ingrained
means.
in his vernacular. He's going to say that over and over and over again. But yeah, I don't know. Does this mean it's the end of the Rippaverse? I have no idea. And again, the last thing I'll say before I wrap this up, the Rippaverse just doesn't look good to me. But if there were somebody out there who is on the left or somebody who is not necessarily part of your bubble, they're not going to start reading your content if they don't think you like them. You're an independent creator making comic books.
We don't have to buy it.
There's no incentive for them to do that. You're not Spider-Man. You're not Batman. They're not going to overlook your political ideology to buy your comic books when you're not something that resonates with them nostalgically from their youth. It's not going to happen. You got to be better, man. And this ain't it.
He said, this ain't it. All right. So let me get to the, I'm gonna try to find this. I'm gonna try to find it. Manu, thanks for the $10. Thanks for the $10, cuz. Time to put Eric in the in the boo box. I thought you was gonna say in the boo boo box. I was like, oh man, he in the boo boo box. That's what's up. Let me. You know what? Let me. Hold on. What do I want to do? I got you. I got you. I got you. Thank you for your super chat. Appreciate that, cuz. Appreciate that. I'm still trying to find, because I know it's in here. I know it's in here. I just don't know where, because it was like, give me your grits. I want your grit money. And I was dying. I was literally dying. Like Dr. Umar is literally begging for grits. No, oh man, what did I do with that video? I don't know what I did with that video. That video is hilarious. Hold up. I might still have this video on my channel. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. I might have to go to my actual channel. But yeah, shout out to Eric. You know what I'm saying? With his commentary on top of everything that I was listening to on my side. I want to see if I can. I'm dead serious. I'm really trying to find this. This begging for the grits. And when I tell you my man was begging for the grits, he was begging for grits. Give me your grit money. I don't want your Louis V. I don't want your. I might have. Yeah, because this is. Man, I don't know what I did with that video. But yeah. Oh man, that sucks. It sucks because that video is hilarious. That video is hilarious. I mean, I got everything in here, but give me your grits. And it pops up on my Instagram every now and again. And now I can't find it. Now I don't have it. Now all of a sudden, oh man. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, let me take another quick commercial break. This is gonna be a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Don't go nowhere because I'm gonna have my final thoughts on this. But I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Are you going down? Then you gotta know the best way to go. On the down low.
Damn, you banking like that? And you come over here with a biscuit meal, man?
Would you like to take a survey? No. Elevator go down the hall.
It's you! It's you!
Whoop-de-doo.
We are talking about the same girl.
Okay, well, what do we do? Fight a duel or something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe,
The conclusion of
like this?
Slower. Bend over.
Studman, what's going on?
Darling, are you all right?
Studman, who was that woman?
That was Professor Haight, disguised as an ugly French lap dancer.
Ugly? She looked beautiful.
I suppose she might have been considered beautiful until you walked in the room.
Oh, Stedman, I've been dreaming of this moment. Come here.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away. Invisible robots!
Invisible robots?
Beep, 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 beep.
Look out!
Man, he's your man. Not just no Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay. No way, sister.
Who's that man? He's dead man.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. I don't know why I still don't have this, but I got to share this because this is hilarious. Shout out to Erica D for this. I got to put the music back on. But this is what Eric July sound like. Hold up. Wait a minute. Just listen to this.
Did y'all hear that? Quaker Grits is $20 million a year off.
What's up, Odo?
Quaker Grits. Can I have your grit money for 1 year? Give me your grit money for 1 year, and I will build 10 schools across this country. Give me your grits. Give me your Quaker Grits. No more grits for 1 year. Can we sacrifice our grits for 1 year? Can we sacrifice the grits? If you give me the grits, $19 million on Quaker Grits. $19 million on Quaker Grits, black folk. If you give me your Quaker Grits, give me your grit money. I don't want your Louis bag money. I don't want your Mercedes money. I don't want your weave, perm, haircut, Air Jordan, Timberland money. Give me your grits. We spend $19 million a year on grits, and I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. And we spending $19 million on grits. Go to your Cash App, $FYG School right now.
I swear, there's a video of me dying laughing at this. He said, "Give me your grits." Oh my God, it's a video. It's a video out here, me dying laughing about the grits. But let me just say this. When you make yourself, I know that there are certain things that I say on my channel. There's certain people, especially reaction and stuff like that they think I'm going at them. It's just a reaction. I don't know you personally. I don't really care. That I won't be in certain circles. I won't be getting certain endorsements, certain advertisements and stuff like that because I made myself a political figure, but I'm okay with that. I made myself polarizing, but I know that. And I'm okay with that. I'm not begging nobody to give me nothing. That's why I got a job for. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm okay with that, then it is what it is. You know, but you have so many people who are, or you have these people like this that want, like Eric July, that now when the grip is dying, now you got to pivot. And now you're with that pivot, you don't lift up your foot. Now you're traveling. Now you're trying to find out just who you can get. You know what I'm saying? Who you can serve. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me, like I said, if he start going and start having far left views. We already seen what happened with Candace Owens. Next thing you know, she's on the Breakfast Club and all of this stuff. We've seen this before. It's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new. But what did you guys think? Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for Eric July. You want to know the truth? I just hope he do this with the Ripperverse.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right. I got to get up out of here because I still got to go get my hair braided, and I'm getting sleepy. So let me get up out of here, man. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Again, tell me, you guys, in the comment section what you guys think about this video or whatever. A lot of this is just a lot of word salad just to get people on his side, make them feel sympathetic or whatever. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You brought this on yourself, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Give me your grits. Next. This is going to be next, Joe Eric. You're going to be asking for the grits and the biscuits. Now give me your biscuit money. But put it in the comment section below and let me know what you think. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. It's the next time. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe, man. Enjoy the rest of you guys' weekend. Where's my outro at? Because I got to get this grits money. But until then, I got to go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.